What were the Roman army NCO ranks? Have you ever wondered how the Roman army maintained its legendary discipline and effectiveness? A big part of that was thanks to the non-commissioned officers, or NCOs. These ranks played a vital role in the structure of the military. Let's break down what these ranks were and how they functioned within the Roman army. At the heart of the NCO ranks was the centurion. This was a professional soldier who commanded a unit called a century, which usually had about 80 men. Each legion had around 59 or 60 centurions, with one for each century in the 10 cohorts of the legion. Centurions were often promoted from the ranks, and their authority was determined by the cohort and century they led. The most prestigious centurion was known as the Primus Pilus. This individual commanded the first century of the first cohort. The position of Primus Pilus was highly respected and came with significant pay. After retiring, a Primus Pilus could even join the equestrian order and was often considered for high administrative roles. Next in line were the Primi Ordines, which included the Primus Pilus and for other centurions from the first cohort. They received higher pay than their peers in other cohorts. As you moved down the hierarchy, there were other centurion ranks based on the century they commanded. For example, the Pilus Prior was in charge of the first century of a cohort, while the Pilus Posterior led the second century. Other titles included Principes Prior and Posterior, as well as Haestatus Prior and Posterior. The centurion of the first century always outranked the centurion of the second century, and so on. In addition to centurions, there were specialized senior NCO roles, often called duplicarii because they earned double the basic pay. One of these was the Optio Centuriae, who served as a deputy to a centurion. This role involved assisting with command and discipline, and they could also act as a rear-rank officer when needed. Another important role was the Signifer, the standard-bearer who carried the century's standard and managed the unit's finances. The Cornicularius served as an administrative officer, helping senior officers with various tasks. Lastly, the Aquilifer held the prestigious position of Eagle Standard-Bearer for the entire legion, symbolizing the legion's honor and pride. These NCOs were essential for maintaining order and morale within the ranks. They supported the centurions in ensuring that the legion operated effectively, both in battle and during daily activities. The Roman army's NCO ranks created a well-structured military organization capable of executing complex tactics and maintaining discipline among the troops. This system was a key factor in the success of the Roman military throughout its history.